to stand so that we give directions on where we are going to have the regional breakouts. So we are going to discuss on the strategies on how we are going to engage so this is what we are going to do in the regional caucuses or meeting that we are going to have. We would like you to discuss in terms of two things, structure and strategy. So under structure, because majority of countries like to understand what are the different structures or how a caucus looks like in a particular region. And also we can share about our individual countries. How best can we start a national caucus? Is it through parliament, the parliamentary process? How do you want to engage with the local civil society organizations? So I want to open up that discussion at a regional level. Secondly, when it comes to strategy, we would like to look at prioritization. So countries have different priorities. For instance, we saw the people mostly in DRC, they are interested in issues to do with mining. We saw people in Liberia, they were more interested to do with the discussion around access to information, issues around corruption and all that. So we will give guidance. I will be going around and with support of our teams just to give guidance on what, from our discussion in the last 2 days, what are these particular things as a country. We want to cap it at 3. So as a country, you can prioritize and say, for example, Kenya, in the next 1 year, we think that if we put our energies in 1, 2, 3, then that will be the best use of our time. And the goal is, once we know that, together from the Secretariat and also the other partners in the civil society organizations, we can see how we support each other in terms of raising resources together, in terms of both financial and also human resource. We can work based on these 3 or 2 issues that you feel are priority in your country. Is that clear, honorable members? Yes. And you'll be free to discuss any other things concerning the management of your regional caucus. How do you want to meet together? That is still under structure. How regularly do you want to meet? Which platforms would you be comfortable to meet? If you want to do physical meetings, how regular do you want to meet that? How do you want just to build this caucus? Remember, as we said, we are growing very fast. And some of the things that happens with growth is that when you are starting, there are so many things that are not determined. So we ask you that you have a privilege to build a very strong movement. So this is the chance. Let's share ideas and let's build this platform together. So I would like to invite Join Lin to help us just in terms of our breakouts.
Question?
Yes, yes.
So on the structure, the first part, I see element there that may have been already defined for us in the Constitution. Are we planning to affect that or not?
So I would like, this is a generic discussion. let's just discuss from, in terms, when I talk about structure, I talk about the structure at the national level. So we are talking about the national caucuses. So we had, for example, in Zimbabwe, that their engagement is through the plenary of the House or the General Assembly. How do we go about in terms of establishing a caucus in the different countries? So that's what I was talking about. Yes. Good.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is the final day, and so I hope that you will just extend your energies, especially for these important sessions. The breakout rooms will be as follows. Amalila, which is the conference room you're currently in. Our West African delegates will stay here, will remain here. And then we have Insaka, which is straight out the hallway, past where you had your tea break, straight to your right. Our volunteers will also indicate. That is for Southern Africa at Insaka. And then opposite that venue, Insaka, is the business center, and that is for our delegates from Central Africa. And then on the first floor, you would just need to walk straight, take the elevator up to the first floor, and there you will meet in the boardroom, and that is for East Africa. So I'll repeat that again. Amalila, which is this conference venue for West Africa. Insaka, straight down the hallway to your right, Southern Africa. Business Center, which is opposite for Central Africa. Upstairs on the first floor in the boardroom for East Africa. But we'll also have the volunteers to guide you and direct you on your way. If you have any questions, please do let us know. Thank you so much. Rogers had mentioned 45 minutes for these discussions. Thank you. Thank you. You may move to your breakout venues now. Thank you.
Maybe just to support East Africa, this is Honorable Nancy Abisai. We can follow her. Will be coordinated by our chair, Honorable Drabo. Central Africa, we know Honorable Galvanis, so we follow Honorable Galvanis. No problem. So kindly let's be back by 1:15. Madagascar will request you to go to Southern Africa. Yes. So Southern Africa, Honorable Menyani. And then South Sudan, I will request you to be in East Africa, Eastern Africa. So if it's possible, you sit together because we don't want to be using mics. Just sit together and have the conversation.